Welcome to the ShuBangaShow live. Tonight we have a very special guest in the studio with us tonight, Big T. Big T, what's going on?
What up? What up?
How are
doing?
you? I'm good.
Doing good. I'm doing good. We were just touching on some things earlier.
Yeah, talking about that fentanyl and how it's killing people off.
Yeah, that's not why I'm feeling good though.
Yeah, we're not on fentanyl. That's not what it is. We're just happy.
Yeah, just high as shit. We're talking about just idiots like selling shitty coke or coke that's killing people. Like,
right,
sell good coke. You know what I mean?
Yeah, what's wrong with that?
Coke's fun. If you never did it, try it. You know
Really?
what I mean? Like, I don't do it anymore, but that's because I had a problem. You know what I mean?
Right.
Like I shouldn't be eating chicken palm. You know what I mean? Like,
right.
but
And I love
look
chicken
at me
palm.
and look at me. You know what I mean? Like, imagine.
No, you're fine.
I love chicken palm. I love coke, so I would abuse it just like I abuse chicken palm. You know what I mean?
Right.
But
So now you got to scale back on everything.
yeah. Like so I'm trying, and we were talking about these fentanyl idiots.
Yeah, it's really sad. Like, everybody just stay away from the drugs, period, because you just don't know what's in it, and it's not worth it.
Or get the tester, please. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Be
Do
patient.
they have one?
Yeah,
that you could buy. Like,
I've been hearing.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I'm out of the game for a while now.
Okay,
but,
okay. You're a little far removed.
Yeah, but I'm still
You
interested.
still got your finger-
it's
okay.
like the crazy ex. You still think about it when you're in traffic sometimes.
Right. You know
like,
what?
Oh,
Not the crazy ex. See, you're so natural as a comedian. Like, that just came natural to you. Like, how did you know you wanted to be in comedy?
To be honest, I started late. Like, I always knew I was funny in the class clown. And,
right.
Like I always say, I got my ass kicked too many times as a kid.
Right. To not be funny. Okay.
Because I got in trouble so much. Like, and I just was getting, like, we were talking about the coke and the drinking. I was so fucked up. You know? And like,
wait, so when you drink on your high, you're like the angry person, or you're like the happy person, and you get into stuff because you're being too friendly?
Without cocaine. You know what I mean? Like, I see all these like tequilas out now. Like, tequila, like, no, tequila meant black eyes. You know what I mean? It's not people hanging out with like white blazers on, like Casamigo. Like, no,
right. It wasn't fancy.
We're not amigos no more. I punched you and you bit me. You know what I mean?
Right,
like,
that's it. We're no longer friends.
But with cocaine, it's a life about balance. Now it's a party. You know what I mean? We drink. Like, it really did balance you. When I say try it, you should. You know what I mean? Like, I have a bit where I'm like, yeah, you ever hear, oh, Big T drank too much. No, there was a lack of cocaine. You know what I mean? Like,
that was the problem?
Yeah. Like, grow up. Life's about balance. And, you know what I mean? Like, when you're doing coke, there's after hours. You know what I mean? Like, and I was always the entertainment. You know what I mean? And I always had the coke. So
you know what?
Like, you know what I mean? Like,
so they definitely. So you were the party.
Yeah, no shirt on. People doing coke with my tits. It was a different era.
Okay.
Off the top of my head, like, it was just wild.
It sounds like fun.
And like, you know what I mean? The party, you're up partying after the sun's coming up. If there's still some coke and it's entertainment, you're gonna hang around. And like, when you're partying, you don't want the night to end.
So is that like your practice for your stand-up?
I swear, I was holding court for 20 years. You know what I mean? Like, it was, and you know, then once I stopped drinking, like a couple weeks later, I started comedy. So like, there was no like, I was always doing it.
You always do it, but professionally.
Yeah, professionally, just like I'm entering my 6th year.
Oh, okay. Congratulations. That's wonderful.
Still new to the game, but I should have been doing it my whole life. But
no, you're right on time. It's
I have so much to talk about from that. You know what I mean? Like,
right. That's why you're on the right timing. Yeah. So it's okay. Yeah.
And I think about it sometimes, but like, no.
You would just build the material. Look at it like that. You would just build the material for your career. The last time I saw you, you were actually performing at Rakim the Comedian's birthday party. Shout out to Rakim the Comedian. Definitely. We love you, Rara.
Yes, shout out
Rakim.
And
that was a tough crowd.
Yeah.
That was a tough fucking crowd. But you did great. You broke it down.
Yeah, they were into it.
They were.
I love that. I love when people like just receptive to comedy. All right, let's see what this person has to say, whoever it is.
Right.
You know what I mean? And like, and that's even me at an open mic or other shows where I'm like judging a book by its cover, and I'm like, you know what? That person just shut it down. That's funny.
Right.
Funny is
universal. It's universal.
Funny's like right down the middle. The funny is funny. You know what I mean? There's not like, and people blow the lines like with their opinion. Who cares about your opinion?
Just enjoy yourself. So do you like when the audience talks back, like if you say a joke and they yell out from the crowd?
I've been working on that more. I'm just up
that's
there,
a no.
Yeah, no, because sometimes like you'll see just comics like go up, do your set, go whatever it is. If you're a crowd work comic, one line, like I have my jokes to tell. I'm amped to do that.
Right.
Like some people get up there like, oh, it's only 3 people. Like burn it down for 3 people. Stop acknowledging. Don't give bad energy to the crowd. I'm coming up there regardless and trying to burn it down. 2 people, 2,000 people, 100,000, whatever it is. You know what I mean? Like
that's the right attitude.
Yeah. So like I'm ready to go always, and I just want to do my jokes. You know what I mean? Like this is me. You're gonna get. Yeah, I riff a little bit, you know, with the audience, but sometimes it throws me off because I'm just like a machine.
Yeah, because you have your lineup already of jokes that you're gonna tell.
Yeah.
Do you get nervous? Because I would be terrified in front of people.
I love it, man. I love it.
Really?
Yeah.
So you don't get like butterflies when you're about to go on stage?
You feel something, but I try to like, I don't think about it. Like I'll do like right when I see the light. Let's say you were up, and I was like, oh, I'm after you.
Right.
I see the light, so I'm like, oh, she's getting off in a minute. I have a minute to get
my shit together.
Right. And then like sometimes I'm like, I got too high before, and I'm like, fuck, what am I gonna talk about? You know what I mean? In that minute. And then I do like this like I was working out with my friend. He was teaching me all these breathing techniques. It's like like these like
to get you
different face motions with that like one's
what that relaxes you.
Yeah.
Really?
And I do it like. I get a couple out, and then then
you're good.
Yeah, and I try to get a little run up there, and I just like boom, give me the mic.
And just do it. Yeah, you're really good though. We enjoyed that show because that was a tough crowd. But like I said, you did an amazing job.
Yeah, I appreciate it. It was good, great seeing you.
Yeah,
and now we're here.
And now we're here. Yeah, welcome. I'm so glad you came.
Yeah, thank you for having me.
Of course. Now tell me what the best part of being a comedian is.
Oh, killing it. That. Taking a room full of people and you know, I got great friends and family that support me, but for the most part, you don't know these people.
Right.
You know what I mean? And you're just telling them words. I'm getting the hairs on my neck are standing up because I love it so much.
Oh wow.
Just you're saying words and they're laughing and you're looking around the room, and when you're like Jerry Seinfeld says, breathe. You know what I mean? Like if they're laughing, take another breath.
And just take it in.
Yeah, don't step on the jokes. And I do that sometimes because I hear it and I feel the room laughing, and I'm looking and I see people just time standing still as you're watching these people laugh, like from some stupid shit you just said.
Right.
And take it in, let them finish, and then the next one. But sometimes I step on my own jokes. But that power of seeing the whole room light up and like
just really brings you joy.
Yeah, like I had a show last week. At some community center in like East Harlem. I didn't know where I was. You know what I mean? I'm a native New Yorker, but like you know, like I'm from Far Rockaway in Brooklyn, you know? And it was an awesome room for like a weird setting. It was a private gig. And I got off stage. I was like in such a zone. I just burnt it down, like similar to that night when you saw me. And I saw one of my friends. He's like, oh, Big T. And I saw him, but I was seeing past him because I was so
hyped.
People like there was like a semi ovation when I go off the stage. It was a great feeling. You know what I mean? Like these people they were loving what I was selling. You know.
Now, do you have someone come and record all your shows so that you
There was someone there doing that.
Oh, okay, perfect.
And that's my New Year's resolution, to record more of my sets.
Right.
You know what I mean? But
is it a good idea to watch them as a comedian?
Yeah.
It is. Okay, so you can see
like little things like whatever we were bullshitting beforehand. You're like, did you just think of saying that? Like, you know what I mean? Like,
the timing.
It was on the fly, but like, oh, you said that, you got a reaction. Keep saying that little line, or whatever it is. It could just be a look, like me looking away like this, or whatever it is. Like, that needs to be repeated. That's
a part of your show.
Yeah. Like, but it's tough. It's tough watching, and I love me some me. Got myself here, myself here.
I didn't notice. Okay.
In my headrest in my car.
Oh, cool hat. Okay, Big T.
But like, I can't. It's still even hard for me to rewatch my sets, but you have to, you know, and that's my New Year's resolution, to do it
and just
all
study
the time.
Your craft more.
Yeah.
And well, I'm wearing my Cormega shirt, the real now, realness too. Shout out Cormega.
Shout out Cormega.
No, definitely.
And what was I just gonna say? I'm moving a mile a minute. I came in real.
No, it's okay.
Once the lights went on, I was like,
you ready to go? It's showtime.
Oh yeah, and also, it's social media, the clips. You know what I mean? Like,
the clips are the best.
Yeah, and like if you can get some clips up, it's good exposure. You're creating content,
and then you show the best parts of your show.
Yeah, or maybe it might just be an interaction with an audience member, or not even part of the joke, but if it was a funny part, you have to capture. That's a clip. You know what I mean? Like,
and content is everything.
Yeah.
Nowadays, who's your favorite comedian
of all time?
Yes. Favorite comedian of all time and favorite stand-up comedian of all time. Because some people, to me, like, I think Kevin Hart is funny in the movies, but I don't think his stand-up is funny.
Yeah, I saw him at the Garden with Chris Rock in the summer.
Just like, yeah.
It was
I feel
good,
the same way about Cat Williams. Like, I love him in the movies. He's hilarious. But his stand-ups, they're not bad, but they're just not. My favorite is Mike Epps. Like, his stand-ups are, like, unmatched.
Yeah.
Because I can watch the same one, like, 10 times, and I already know what he's going to say, and I'm still laughing and rolling off the bed.
That's a true.
No, literally.
Yeah, true comedian right there. Damn, my favorite stand-up is... It's probably like a top 3.
Eddie Murphy?
Eddie Murphy. Well,
his goat.
Yeah, but that is Raw one of my all-time favorite albums of all-time anything.
Right.
Yeah, that's my childhood, being super young. I don't even know how old I was watching that with my dad and my little brother. You know what I mean?
Wait, you watched Raw with your dad?
Yeah, we used to go to, like, remember, like, Champagne Video, Royal Video? They were, like, all over Brooklyn. We lived in on Kings Highway in Flatbush. We would go there. We'd get the Tom and Jerry full-length movies, and then, like, Cheech and Chong, and then Eddie Murphy Raw.
Why the hell were you guys watching that?
I don't know. My dad would just show, like, and we'd lock him out of the car, like, Cheech and Chong, like, keep on knocking what you can, come in. Like, we were super young. You know what I mean? Like, but, like, I remember, well, I was the clown. You need to know, like, Dice Clay, Eddie Murphy, like, the lion, in the beginning part, where he's, the lion clown.
Right.
I remember, like, trying to repeat that in school. You know what I mean? Because other kids were talking about it. Like, I saw that. And, like, but you can't. You know what I mean? Like,
and you can't say the words, obviously, that he's saying.
Oh, hell yeah. I went to public school. You can do whatever you want.
Wait.
But, obviously, Eddie Murphy, like, but it's a small sample size. You know what I mean? Like, he came out with 2 bangers and then just went and made hundreds of millions of dollars.
Yeah. And great movies.
Yeah. Freaking...
Have you ever thought about doing movies?
Of course. One step at a time.
Okay, I'm just asking.
It's coming.
You should holler at Rod, though, because Rakim is, always working on the script, working on the movie. So, we
did something together on the beach.
Okay.
In Rockaway, we came down and recorded something. I forget what the hell it was for, but it was something silly.
Right.
Like, I forget what it was. It was like during the pandemic. But
nice.
It's definitely something I want. I've been doing skits whenever other comics ask me to. I enjoy it. Like, it's fun. It's fun. It's the progression. You know what I mean?
Right.
You establish yourself as a comedian, and then.
And isn't that the best thing in the world when you can, like, make money doing something that you love, and it's really like something, because I can tell this you're so passionate about comedy. And how much you love it. We can all see that.
I said the life I live is priceless. You know what I mean? Like, I went from working 60 hours a week UPS and partying all weekend, you know what I mean? Not sleeping to, you know what I mean? Like, I smoke a joint on the way to work. You know what I mean? Like, eat an edible when you get off stage. You know what I mean? Like,
and how long are your sets usually?
8 to 15 minutes.
Okay. Yeah. Which sounds like such a short time to people, but can you explain, like, just how long that is in real time? Like when you're on stage?
Well, like last night, I only got a couple of jokes out. You know what I mean? Like, and I recorded it. They didn't like me early. It's just, you know what I mean? Like, by the time you let the audience laugh, you know what I mean? If you're doing good, if you're doing bad, it
8
feels
minutes is like fucking 2 hours. Are you kidding? Like, that guy, remember at Rakim's party? The one guy that he was, like, nervous and, like, no one was. I felt so bad for him. I was just like, ooh, cringing. I would be.
It's tough, man. But those times, and as comics, I don't remember who you're talking about, so I'm just talking in generalities. But, like, we have to eat shit so that not the burn from eating shit, like that hurt inside. Like, no, I gotta put the work in. I gotta rip everything up, rewrite something. I'm not feeling like that no more. You know, I don't.
Okay.
Like, I'm addicted to that other feeling. That one is one of the worst.
That great feeling where everybody's, like, laughing out their chair.
And the times, like, where it's not going your way for whatever reason, it hurts. You know what I mean? Like, it hurts so much.
Have you ever cried?
No.
Okay, good.
Listen, I'm an emotional person. You know what I mean? I try to take emotion out of things, but I'm emotional. I'm a Cancer. I don't know if that.
Oh yeah, Cancers are so sweet though.
But good like I cry about other stuff.
Me too. I can see like a bad commercial now and cry.
I can see that.
Yeah, it just depends.
But no, I do. I can get emotional if I'm like talking to my girl, just talking about how much I love comedy. You know what I mean?
Right. It works you up.
Like, from how I was living to now, like I say, it's priceless. You know what I mean? Like,
God bless.
I do get emotional because I'm living your
dream.
You
come so far, and you're living your dream, right? Yeah. Absolutely. Now, do you practice like in the mirror before your shows? How do you get yourself ready for a set?
No, just when I first started comedy, there was a young comic, Wyland Ertz. He was just like, because you're nervous about your set. Like he's saying, do you practice in the mirror? He's like, no, the day of your show, you done open mics. You practice this all week, all month.
Okay.
It should just go and show up. Like, you know what I mean? Like you should have done the work already. There's no talking in the mirror. You know what I mean? Like,
right. So your other stand-ups and other things that you do are like the preparation for your big set.
Like the open mics, usually, if you're not on a show, you should be out doing open mics all week, you know?
Oh, so you just pop up and you just go on?
Yeah, there's a whole list. There's a whole community. You know what I mean? Like it's all over the city. And it's cool. You see all your other friends, you know.
In the comedy circuit.
Yeah, everyone's smoking.
And it's like a small thing like the music business, right? Like you run into the same people in the same crowds.
Like at different mics, or you haven't seen that person, and it's the camaraderie, but also you gotta practice. You gotta work that new stuff. Like I need to work new stuff or I get mentally crazy. You know what I mean?
Okay. Like, so that's where you practice your new material when you do the open mics.
Yeah.
Okay.
Or like new plays on your jokes, or if you know like.
Have you done Salsa con Fuego yet?
No.
Because they have that in the Bronx. You should look it up. They do it like every, I want to say Tuesdays and Thursdays. Because they've had Mike Epps and other big comedians there, but they also have like, you know.
Yeah, I've been seeing stuff in the Bronx on the Facebook page for for the New York comic scene.
Okay.
And I'm like, all right, there's some breweries that having shows. But there's a good scene in Harlem. You know,
really?
like,
okay. Yeah, Rakim talks about that. I have to come to one of his shows. He's like, you guys don't come to my shows.
And it's cool. Like as a New Yorker, I'm over here, Harlem's over there. You know what I mean?
You
like,
just go around the city and
seeing places that I know are historic. Like,
right.
You know what I mean? Like I pulled up by the show last week at some barbecue spot. I was right out front of Sylvia's, the soul food spot.
Okay.
I'm like, damn, I wish I knew. I've been dying to always try this place. You know what
right.
I mean?
You could have went and sat down and
pulling up in Harlem. So you know, it's just something cool about it.
That is cool.
You get to see all different parts of the city. You know what I mean? Like, cause there's just comedy everywhere popping up. Bars, this community centers,
and Lord knows we need some comedy with the way things are going now in the world. Like we definitely need more comedy, more laughs, more love.
And I love that also. Like just people coming out even during the week, like, and they're supporting live comedy. You know what I mean? Like it's really a beautiful thing.
It is.
It's people pouring out their jokes, their emotions,
right?
People receiving it, laughing, and then like everyone goes home. Everyone should be happy,
right?
You know
on their way home, yeah.
Like I went home and I beat my girlfriend after a comedy show. When did that ever happen?
Never, I mean? Right? Everybody's coming home in a good mood, taking a shower and jumping in the bed like, wow, I had a great time, right? What's the one comedian you would love to meet and like pick his or her brain about comedy?
Either Bill Burr or Joey Diaz.
Why?
Bill Burr is just. I feel like I'm a little bit of both, you know, like, and remember I said I love my three favorite comedians. Greg Giraldo, but he passed away.
Oh,
and probably throw Mark Norman in there.
Okay,
as my top. They're all pretty neck and neck. Okay, and I highly recommend checking them all out.
I went to.
They're all hilarious. But Joey Diaz is. I'm listening to his podcast, and he lived a life, and I'm like, we did the same. Like
similar things.
I'm sitting there making edibles, have a podcast on. One of my favorite things, just cooking, listening to whatever.
So is that your favorite thing to do, cook, besides doing comedy?
It's up there. I love cooking. Yeah, because you get the gratification, like, oh my god, this is so good. Like, really?
I love it.
You know what I mean? Like, meanwhile, you're getting stroked. Like, oh really? Oh, you did like it? Like, you know it's good.
You know it's good, but you just want to hear people say it.
It's that narcissism, you know, like you want to make people laugh, you want to make people happy, and food and laughter, like that tickles a certain part of your soul.
Well, food and laughter are very like at the top of the list of things that make people happy. Good food and good jokes.
You see one of those interviews on TikTok, YouTube, like, you know, asking girls on Mardi Gras in the street, what do you want? Oh, someone who can cook, someone who can make me laugh. You know what I mean?
No, like, that's literally like the top two answers, right?
And listen. I've been getting laid looking like this since the 90s. Right. I got a beautiful girlfriend at home. You know what I mean?
Oh, shout her out. Yeah.
I'll shout out to my girl, Kira.
Yeah, I was going to ask you about your other exceptional talent, which is cooking. So tell us about your podcast, THC TV, Cooking with Big T.
THC TV with Big T. It was just, I just started making edibles. This is my edible company, Bake What Your Mama Gave You. And then I was like,
I love that. Bake What Your Mama Gave You. That is so cute.
Thank you.
Did your mom teach you how to cook?
A little bit.
Okay.
A little bit,
You know what? You ain't right for that.
She trusted me enough to watch my brother, and then if you're the older one, you start cooking.
Right.
She got me a cookbook. I remember as a kid, but it was like for children. And,
okay.
But you learn by making pancakes and maybe like the Jiffy corn muffins in a box. You know what I mean? Like
start off slow.
Yeah, and she let me smoke weed in the house and
really
watching the Food Network when I was like 17.
Cool mom.
Yeah, so I would be sitting on my couch just getting hot. Or I was selling weed out of the front.
You know what?
And people
selling weed out the front, smoking in the back, and making muffins.
Yeah.
And babysitting.
And learning how to cook from watching the Food Network. Like, you'd come by, I'm like, hold on, watch what they do with this salmon. And you're like, yo, how'd you know he was going to do that? I'm like, I just watched it at 9. And they replayed the same show, the same block of shows from like 11 to 3.
Exactly.
And I would just get high all night watching. I don't know, I just became fascinated with food and just, you learn. You're watching. Like, oh, I can make that.
Yeah, my son loves to do that. He watches the Food Network all the time.
Whatever it is, like.
Yeah.
I don't know, I just love watching watching the food shows and then learning and then getting that gratification. Like, oh my God. And
the food, yeah.
And it's just everyone around the room, like when everyone's laughing when you're doing comedy, you're looking around, everyone eating, and it's
if they're quiet, it's good. Exactly. Yeah, I see that you and your mom, and shout out your mom, please. She is so cute.
Shout out to Carol Farrell.
Hi, Carol Farrell. You should have brought her with you. We got to have her come next time.
She's the best.
You guys made a CBD lemon glazed pound cake. Oh my gosh.
Oh, yeah.
How was that?
That was phenomenal. Thank God. I said it on the show. Thank God I made it CBD, because if you ate that whole thing full of THC, it would have been a week off your life, but you wouldn't have been able to stop. It was so good.
Really?
The zest of a lemon, real lemon juice, made the frosting with lemon. It was just phenomenal. It was just so good. And like, I never made it before. Like most things on the show, I'm like, hey, what are we gonna do this week?
So you tried for the first time?
A lot of times, I'm like,
okay.
And like one time with a Butterfinger cake, it messed up. But with the magic of television, we were able to edit it so it didn't look so bad. But for the most part, it's trial and success. You know what I mean? Like no error,
trial and success. Okay, I like that.
And that was awesome. And it's great when it's a genuine reaction at the end. Like it's a surprise. You don't know how it's gonna taste.
So, what is the best dish that you've ever made in your opinion?
Show?
Yeah, or just in general.
Fuck, man.
You made so much stuff, right?
Like, fuck. I'm trying to think. Recently, there was some egg roll. I did like a Thanksgiving egg roll that was one of my favorites.
Oh, what was inside that? Turkey,
mashed potatoes, gravy.
Inside the egg roll?
Yeah.
Oh, that sounds crazy.
And maybe a little stuffing so it wasn't so wet.
Right.
With a cranberry dipping sauce.
What? Yeah, that sounds crazy. I may have to try that. Send me that recipe.
Last week I made lava cakes.
Ooh.
Yeah. Even the worst lava cake, it's.
Are they difficult to make? Because they look like they're a little
simple.
Really?
You probably have the ingredients in your cabinet, and it doesn't even take that long to cook. So they want you to eat lava cakes.
Right.
You know what I mean? It's like, I got chocolate chips, eggs, and butter. You know what I mean? That's all you need. And cook it for 6 to 7 minutes. That's it.
Oh wow. Maybe I need to try that.
And eat it right away because it's hot and it needs the molten out. You know what I mean?
Like the molten lava dripping out.
Yeah. Oh, it's so good.
So you're making me hungry. And Big T was nice enough. I love when my guests bring me gifts, and he brought me some chicken parm, which I cannot wait to try. I'm so excited.
It was really good. Tread lightly.
It
might have been a little heavy-handed.
Right.
I was trying to. I don't want to like you eat it, but that was all right. You know what I mean? I'd rather you like what you do to me. Right.
Oh my gosh. Okay, I'm excited. I can't wait to try because Italian is my favorite food. Like I literally take Italian over soul food.
Yeah.
That's my like cheese, bread, sauce. Like what else could you ask for? You can't go wrong.
Italian
just give me
food
Italian is the best.
Bread and butter.
No, literally. Like have you ever been to Tony's Di Napoli? In the city on 43rd?
Is there one in
there's a
Long
couple
Island
of them. Too? I don't think so. I think there's 2 in Manhattan. One is like on 43rd in Midtown, and one might be like uptown.
I heard
Chaz Palminteri, the actor, it's his restaurant.
Oh.
And the food is fucking amazing.
Yeah,
it's so good.
What time it is.
Yeah, you think he doesn't? That food is so because I love my Italians and my Italian food.
Yeah.
Yeah. I have to shout out my brother Junior. Hey, JR.
What up, Junior?
Yeah. My love to you and the family, Melly. And she's the boss, by the way. Wifey's the boss. GM Little Tony. I love y'all. Yeah. So we have the Italians in the building tonight.
Awesome.
But we're also going to talk about hip hop since we're celebrating 50 years of hip hop all 2023. And I know you're a big fan of hip hop as well. So what is your favorite hip hop memory?
To be honest, like one of the best times of my life, I went to 4 high schools. I graduated early.
Okay.
3.5 years. They wanted me out. You know what I mean? Like there's I shouldn't have graduated a half year early, but I started selling weed and delivering pizza. You know what? And I was doing good. Everyone was in school from that January to June. I needed something to do. Okay. And just driving around. I would work till like 1 a.m. on the Friday and Saturday. Like the pizzeria was it was the only place open, you know? And it was just a great time. 98, 97 for hip hop. You know what I mean? Yeah, DMX, you know what I mean? Right. Like, and Flex would just kill it on Fridays and Saturday nights, or it was ladies' night first on Friday. Like, I remember Sundays. Yeah, and driving around, smoking weed, usually girls in the car. I was 17, I was making money.
Oh, you was feeling good about yourself.
And just
okay,
driving
Big T.
around, listening to them just drop records in the late 90s. It's just one of I think about it when I pass certain areas of my neighborhood. Like, I remember driving here. Like, you know what I mean?
During
that
time, the music.
And just the whole
vibe.
Life. You know what I mean? Like, music takes you to a certain point of your life. It could be sad, or could be like, for me.
Yeah, like, certain songs you hear and it just triggers something. What's your favorite hip hop song? Or a hip hop song that triggers a good memory for you?
Oh, man.
There's so many.
Yeah, there is. Because there's so many different parts of my life that, you know what I mean? Like, there was just a couple years back, right before I stopped partying, like, when, like, I don't know, like, Lil Wayne and
when he ran things for like I don't know how many years.
I just saw he's having another tour. I went to see him once, and it was one of the best concerts I ever went to.
I've never seen him live. Yeah. When is he supposed? He's coming out on tour now.
I just saw something quick earlier in the day. Someone posted he's coming to New York. I don't know.
Oh no, we have to go to that.
Yeah. And I saw him in Nassau Coliseum, and he brought. This is before Young Money really blew up.
Okay.
And like he brought out like Drake and Nicki Minaj as an afterthought. You know what I mean? And like they're superstars.
Look what they are now, right? Wow.
And he played just classics. You know what I mean? And,
that's all he has is classics.
Right.
Shout out Lil Weezy.
But love Weezy. Like there was a time this summer, everyone was doing coke. We're on the beach, and like it was a wild, like it was groups coming together. Like so, like it was me and some older people. The next group, and it was just hundreds of people on the beach doing coke, drinking. Fireball might have just came out, you know what I mean? Like, and like Lil Wayne and Rick Ross with John, that song. That's
I love that song.
Yeah. And everyone would just
load up the choppers like it's December 31st.
And like just like, and I'm just being specific to time periods. You know what I mean? Like of when I just was really having a great time in life, and I always had a good time. But like
90s hip hop is just like
the best time. That time I was talking about driving around delivering pizza like till at 12 o'clock at night. Most people would want to get off, and like I was just smoking weed, making
just
money,
enjoying yourself, right?
I have to meet you to sell weed, listening to hip,
right?
Like
if only we could all have that much fun at work.
Yeah, just drop the bomb already. Right. You know what I mean? Like I had a hoopty. It was a great time. You know what I mean? You could buy a car for $500. Like come on.
Yeah, that was awesome.
Yeah, it was a different era. You know, but it's something cemented in my memories of just fondness and hip hop. You know what I mean? Like
hip hop, yeah.
Like when DMX that summer, or it might have been in the fall when he was coming out when it's dark as hell is hot. You know what I mean? Or it might have been the beginning of the summer. Like it was just, you know what I mean?
It was crazy.
Yeah.
Rest in peace, DMX.
Oh yeah, R.I.P. DMX. Like just like. Remember the Pull It song with Cameron?
Oh DMX? My God, that was crazy.
And they would just keep starting and like it was just. Like,
I remember it well.
It was like radio was, it's different now. Like that was.
Yeah, the radio is like you don't even know if you're in New York when you listen to the radio now.
I know.
Like are we in Atlanta? Yeah, I feel like we live in Atlanta. When you turn on the radio and it's crazy. Like down south controls everything, and we're supposed to be like the Mecca in the heart of it, and we just like I don't know what happened.
Well, a lot of things, basketball, the Knicks. Like, come on, we got to bring us back,
right?
Come on, you're killing me.
Can we get something? Now, what's next for Big T? Tell us what you have going on, what you have coming up, any shows.
I've been steadily. The year started off good. Been doing just a lot of bar shows. We booked at Eastville on Atlantic Avenue.
Okay. In Brooklyn.
Yeah, okay. I have show in Staten Island. It's getting spread around. You know,
okay.
February's filling up for me, which
nice.
is good. It's a good feeling.
It is, yeah.
And like running into it with my buddy last night, I had a good set. And then he messages me, "Hey, you available for the 8th?" So
okay.
Your work.
So doors are opening. Yeah.
The work's being appreciated. Like I want him on the show. You know what I mean? Like, and
that's
I love
beautiful.
that.
And that's how I felt. I want you on my show.
Yeah,
that's how I felt after your stand up.
Just the cooking show. Just keep creating. You know what I mean? Like.
And how often do you do THC TV?
We were doing it once a week, but my camera guy, he had a kid and
life
and I'm very
understanding
of life, you know. Mm-hmm. And so we're trying to pump him out as much as possible. Like even the last episode, like it was with me for too long because I had shows and you know what I mean. It's not
life gets in the way. You can't really.
I'm editing it. I need to really sit down and like you need to find those like cuts and you can't just half-ass it.
Right,
you know?
It's a lot of work.
And it's a weed cooking show by some guy that just it's loose. You know what I mean? Like you want to be consistent, but listen, if it was getting the views, which I feel it deserves,
and it will, hopefully this helps because you guys got to get out there and watch THC TV. Tell them what link to go to. Give them all your Instagram and social media handles.
Everything Big T on YouTube, Big Tits, Big Pics on Instagram.
You know what?
And that leads you to everywhere. You know, my website's on there. And listen, I know what I talk about. I know this, but I'm not promoting anything to children. It's for people that want to laugh. And in the small sample size of the people that see it, the comments, the shares, you know what I mean?
Right.
And even like I was on another podcast. These clips went viral of me talking about a family doing coke off my tits, cocaine,
which will probably hopefully that happens from tonight's show.
And I go to my page; it's still going on. So this is what it's like if my stuff wasn't suppressed because of the weed or this. Like I did a video just to see what it was about, like the suppression. CBD, woman-owned business, legal, woman-owned business. You know what I mean?
Really?
Like they buried it. You know? Like,
wow.
It's like, do you not support?
But why? It's legal now, so you would think that it would be the opposite.
And I'm talking CBD.
Right, and that's not even, it doesn't even get you high.
Yeah.
It's the THC.
Yeah, listen, I'm just going to keep creating, keep being funny.
Keep going.
And then eventually someone's going to find it all and be like, oh, and this maniac's been doing this for how long?
Right, Like, well, come on, ShuBangaShow watchers and audience. We need you guys to check Big T out.
Check it out and laugh.
Yeah, let's run him up.
At the end of the day, I'm making myself laugh. I enjoy doing it.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like,
we enjoy you doing it. You're amazing.
Thank you. And I seen the people in Stop and Shop or the coffee Dunkin' Donuts and
that
random people and you're like, hey, yo, that clip you put up last week, like it's those little like victories that, you know, like it makes you want to keep going. You know?
Absolutely. And I'm glad you said that because we all need to do that. We all trying to get to someplace bigger, but we have to celebrate the small victories as we're going along too. Yeah, don't be so hard on yourself, everybody.
And those are little victories, like someone in Stop and Shop or Dunkin' Donuts, it's like can make you you can be having a day and that you're like, all right, so someone did watch it.
And then it makes you want to go home and create more.
Yeah,
it fuels you.
And I'm just being me. It's not like I'm like, hey, say this or it's scripted. Like,
but that's what's so great about it because now we have in this era that we live in now, there's just not a lot of individuality. Like everybody wants to be what's supposed to be cool or what's going viral, but you're just being yourself, and that's the best thing because you can never mess that up.
And you know what I mean? Like even the stories, I lived it. Like, what do you want me to do? Sugarcoat it? No, that's not how it happened. You know, this is what happened. This is what I was
Tell
doing.
it like it is.
You know what I mean? Like I paid enough legal fees to own the rights to my
life. Own the rights to your own story,
I mean,
right?
I got arrested in 100,000 illegal for getting sued. There's like, at least let me own
Maybe
my.
You should do a documentary. I want to hear the Big T story. Let's go.
Listen, one day, I mean, I write memoirs. Well, that's what the comedy is. That's what
about.
The podcast. That's coming on shows, telling those stories that of my friends' Troublemakers podcast. Like, it's just people like, oh wow, I never heard this story. Cocaine and gambling saved my life. You know what I mean? Like, that made me stop drinking.
That would make me want to watch it because I would just be curious as to how that happened.
Yeah, and like it's really what happened, and you know, and just it is what it is, man. I lived a certain life. You know, like I said, should I have been doing this my whole life? Yeah, but I'm doing it now. You know what I mean? Like,
well, it's all in God's time, and I feel like you're doing things at the right time. It's never too late.
Thank you.
You're welcome. And thank you so much for coming to hang out with me, Big T. This was so much fun.
And listen, I was super high when I got here.
Right.
Like I was like, you like, oh, you smoking crack?
Right. No.
I started getting hot. I just started just talking and started sweating a little. I pulled the sweats off the pants.
It's okay. It's a little warm in here, but you were fine.
Thank you.
I didn't feel like that. The chicken parm?
Yeah.
That's gonna be dinner tonight.
Give the listeners and viewers an update if I went heavy-handed on that. Like, I got a restraining order against Big T.
No. I'm gonna be putting in another order. Like, can I get a lemon pound cake next time?
Definitely.
No, this was so much fun.
Yeah, thank you for having me.
Yeah, thank you for coming. You gotta come back and you gotta bring Miss Carol with you.
All right, she just shot down to Florida. When she gets back, she'll love it.
She's like my mother, always traveling. I love it. I want to be like them when I grow up.
Yeah, no.
Yeah. Well, thank you everyone for watching and tuning in to another episode of ShuBangaShow Live. Everybody check out Big T. Give them your Instagram again.
Big tits. Big pics. It was my first social media. It was when it was a picture app. Right. My friend's sister was helping me. She's like, "What's your name?" I go, "Big Tits, Big Pics." She handed my phone back. I guess that's me now.
Right.
And people get a giggle when I say it.
Right.
I'm in the business. I'm in the business of getting giggles.
Yes.
So we're off on the right foot. Big Tits, Big Pics. Links to everything. THC TV. Big what your mama gave you. Check out my stories for flyers of where I'm playing around the city. Come check me out. Say, "Hey, I heard you on ShuBanga." Maybe we'll smoke a joint. We'll laugh, we'll cry, we'll hug each other. You know?
Yeah, let's do it. Sounds good to me. This was awesome.
Thank you so much.
You're welcome. Peace, guys. That was a lot of fun.
Oh, thank you.
Yeah.
Sorry
thank you. No, you are perfect. No, that's perfect.